Positive influence. I've talked about this before. I don't know if I've ever done it on air or not, but I got a great little story and a gift to the big box fans. I hold in my hands a gift from Origin Systems that was mailed to me well over a decade ago. This is a copy of every single one of Origin's internal in-house newsletters. They called themselves Point of Origin, and it basically let everybody in the company know what was going on in the industry at the time. Now, I had some friends from the Wing Commanders group, the WCnews.com. One of them came and spent a good deal of time at my house, and he was on vacation, and I had to work. So I just went to work and said, make yourself at home, hang out, enjoy yourself. And he went through the collection here and actually scanned every single point of origin, and he posted them on Wing Commander News, and there they have sat forever, and they're an incredible resource of what was going on, not only release date and game and things like that, but a lot of really cool internal stuff to the organization. You can look at sales and marketing stuff. There are announcements of release areas. You can get explanations of the types of different distributors that were going on at the time, and all mixed in with Employee of the Week and people getting upset and angry and writing letters to the editor anonymously. So there's a lot of bitching and complaining. You hear all the infighting going on at Origin. It's really fascinating stuff, and hopefully someone will post the link to Wing Commander News. They don't have an actual web page for it, but the data is all on WCnews.com. And I put a link up in our text that somebody will hopefully post when the video goes live, and you'll get to see stuff that's going on. It's a fascinating read for anybody that's into game development at all.
It's very cool.
My gift to you. But thanks to Corporal Hades of WCnews.com, who did all the hard work and backbreaking labor. And I just said, wow, that's neat.
Yeah, I'm looking at a couple of them now. They're very high-quality scans as well.
Mm.
Very nice.
Yeah, he did a terrific job. It was wonderful of him.
You may start to hear a lot of talk about SSI around here. That's because EA, which has a 20% ownership in SSI, has decided that the Origin sales force is best qualified to sell SSI's products. Origin will sell SSI games to our 15 biggest customers, just as we do with our own titles, while EA covers the rest.
That's pretty cool. And I think the reason that was going on was because the reason EA bought Origin was because Origin was one of the only self-publishing, self-distributing companies out there, especially the only one in the Midwest. So they were literally packaging their games and shipping them out rather than just hiring a publisher to put them out. So they were hiring companies to print the boxes and all that kind of stuff. So it's very fascinating that I think that's why EA wanted them so badly, that they could have a Midwest distributor.
But did they put out any SSI stuff? That's interesting. I don't
Not
know
that I
I've ever
know
seen it.
of. I think that's an interesting article.
It doesn't say that they were to publish it. It says that their sales team was to be responsible for getting their channel partners to buy SSI games.
But where I don't remember ever seeing even an Electronic Arts re-release of SSI games.
Well, EA has a 20% only had a 20% share, so I guess they wouldn't have had an EA brand on them. It's just that EA, having a vested interest in these selling, wanted to bring their sales teams to bear on it.
What time were they? I saw Amiga was in the very first one, right? That you held up. I didn't catch. I mean, did they span the entirety of Origin's existence?
No, they start pretty late. I think the first one's about 89 or 90.
Okay.
Well, Omega was like 87 or so, wasn't it?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I just found something fantastic that's going to be a very good point of contention for one of my future videos. Friday, January 29th, 1993, Volume 3, number 31, for those of you following along at home. This is actually a photograph of a white chalk outline or tape on the floor, and this is literally the end result of a canceled game called Arthurian Legends. They canceled the game in mid-production, and so somebody felt really bad about the developers losing that gig, so they put a big chalk outline of a king and a sword on the floor. Now, the story that I hear from Sheri Graner Ray says that the game was never produced, but during the week, people were leaving little trinkets and flowers and things like that in honorarium of the game's demise.
Oh.
Now, this wasn't a Worlds of Adventure Ultimate game, right? This wasn't the third one of those?
They say that this was apparently going to be marketed as Worlds of Ultima 3, and it followed basically the original true storyline of the Arthurian story. They probably sprinkled in a lot of fake stuff, but what makes this significant is the Origin Museum just recently discovered, thanks again to Sheri Graner Ray, some of the original plot lines and little vignettes from it. And they were all write-ups done, which I have already donated to the ultimacodex.com. And you'll be seeing those in the coming days, that you'll get to see one of the first views of some of the information related to Arthurian Legends. I think there will be some people that are interested in it, because nothing has ever surfaced before on this game. So this will be the first reveal of anything. And it's not graphics or anything. It's all Word document text of, this is the adventure of Percival, and this is how it would have went in the game.
That's awesome. So now we're waiting for the Lost Veil reveal from you.
Oh, well, that's coming. That's coming soon. But all this stuff has to get distributed. But I was thinking about doing a reveal of that myself, and then putting the things up so people can see a video of me finding those things.
So in this same issue, Richard accepts Game of the Year honors for Ultima 7 from PC Games Plus magazine. He's got a big poster, framed-looking poster thing. I wonder where that ended up at. Top, down, under. Let's see. Richard accepts Game of the Year honors for Ultima 7 from PC Games Plus magazine.
Oh, that's cool. That's incredibly cool. I'm sure Richard still held on to that. He has held on to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But they had lots of awards and things, too. As a matter of fact, I got a hold of some of Origin's old awards from back in the day.
This really puts it in a space and time, doesn't
Yeah, it does.
That's an award from Canal Plus, isn't it?
Yes, Tilt Dior Canal Plus. You can tell me something about this? I don't know anything about this.
Canal Plus are a French media giant.
Yes.
A French media giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they run huge numbers of our TV stations and stuff.
Well, I would
they fund major movies and stuff. Hang on, let me.
Well, I would like to thank the Academy for giving me this. Thank you. You sweet Canal Plus.
They published a magazine called Tilt. Hence, Tilt d'Or, the golden tilt.
I need to see that, because I've been looking for information on this, but because I don't speak French, I didn't know what this was all about.
And here I've got a complete list of all the winners through from 1980. Well, they started in 1983, but I've got a list of winners from 84. 91, Tilt d'Or Canal Plus. 91.
So cool.
Wing Commander 2 won the award for mise en scène. That's, scene setting, environment.
This is probably it.
Yep, I don't see anything else that Origin got. So that is indeed Wing Commander's trophy for its You know, for its scene setting and presentation.
That's badass.
How cool is that? Thank you, KG. That's a killer. Oh, that's fantastic. I love
Hey, what? Is that made out of gold or plastic?
It's absolute solid gold. Most certainly.
Oh, man, you know how much that's worth?
Yeah, about $11 on each. We'll see how much it's worth now.
If it's solid gold, it's worth more than $11.
And the awards ran until 1993. But we don't have full records past 1991, so
Right.
see link below for list.
That's incredibly cool, though. I mean, that makes it's a page at a time. And I have spent multiple sessions trying to look up information on this and never
could have
found a thing.
asked.
Right. You have to come over. You have to come over for a weekend and just go, you know, this is really rare. Do you realize that?
Does that say any? Oh, yo!
It's a lost fail. Don't forget our media
You thought I
deal.
was kidding.
No.
Is the data good?
Yes, it is. But it's not the game. It's data
Assets.
files. But that's coming.
Oh man, that's exciting. If that's true. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
where's the game disc, the master that they
Nobody
had?
knows. Nobody knows. This is the only information that's out that is in anybody's possession. I still think it's out there. I just haven't found it yet.
Yeah, someone's got it in a bin somewhere.
Shit, at this rate, I probably do have it and don't know it.
Yeah, this is why you need indexing.
Right.
You need a card catalog.
I don't know that Joe could. I don't know that there's enough time left in the universe for him to catalog all that stuff he's got.
Well, you joke, but I'm dead serious when there's a lot more stuff that nobody's ever seen before. I just don't think it's interesting enough to show.
Yeah,
But you guys
like
always seem-
that trophy, which you thought was not interesting enough.
Right.
We've got an interesting couple of minutes out of
I'm
it.
very confident that you guys have seen this sitting around in places in the background, and I just never talked about it before.
Can I just
Okay,
say that the
do you want a
trophy's
challenge, KG? Because I have another one.
Go on.
Hold on.
I'll say that trophy was a little chintzy looking for a major media award.
Well, it's a video game award. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know how major it was.
I've been involved in
This
computer
sucker
magazine
is
awards.
real.
They are tawdry. That's heavy duty. Okay, you
The thing-
can club someone to death with that.
Is that made out of bronze or
It's
copper?
bronze. It's bronze. It weighs about 15 pounds, and it says CESA 97, and then a whole bunch of what I believe are either Japanese or Korean language.
Yeah. Also, we can see what CESA stands for below, but it's not sufficiently in focus.
Computer Entertainment,
Computer Entertainment Software Association.
All together now.
Be aware that these aren't actually languages I can read. I could probably find someone. Maybe you should take a picture of it and post it on the group where multilingual people are.
That's a brilliant idea. That's great. I'm doing that. But I want to know what it's for. But it's a big old monster. It's heavy as all hell. But
What do we
I'm
say?
not kidding. I bet it
Computer
weighs 10
Entertainment
pounds.
Software
something?
Association. It's Computer Software Entertainment Association.
Oh,
Weird, I can't find anything about that. Isn't it funny that you win these major awards and then
Bingo. Japan Game Awards. CESA.
Whee!
They're still... What? I do this shit for a living.
her Google foo is second to none.
Here is the official CESA page. This is the 2015 awards. I'm not sure if there's anything later, but that will give you a start on your research.
Yeah, baby. Wonderful.
According to Wikipedia, the Japanese CESA is Computer Entertainment Suppliers Association.
Hmm.
It don't look like they go back that far, Joe. Or maybe
it
they do.
doesn't
Yeah,
look
they
like
do.
it.
Yeah, here we go, 97.
Oh, you
List of
found it?
awarded games, yep. It's all in Final
Here we-
Fantasy VII got grand prize. Ultima Online got jury special award.
That would be what the trophy's for.
Oh
I
my
bet
God.
That's awesome.
That's the
How
only
on earth
Origin
did you
game
get
on here.
that? I can't see that.
Can you
Here, I'll
link that?
share my screen. I'll share my screen, and I'll link it too. But share the screen for the video.
Well, it's all in Japanese when I look at it.
My computer translated it for whatever reason.
Yeah,
Lord
you
bless
can,
Google.
you can automatically use Google Translate in Chrome.
So I actually have an award won by Origin for both Wing Commander and Ultima.
Yep. Hey, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, here we go. Jury Special Award, Ultima Online, right here.
Very cool.
Ultima.
Electronic Arts. Windows. That's from '97, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what you got there.
But you,
Yeah,
you
it's
should be
Yeah.
making note of this, Joe. Are you doing this?
Well, it's on film now.
But that's true.
So yeah, Ultima Online.
That's fantastic.
It's funny, 1997, it's really a sign of the times because the awards they gave out were PlayStation, 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 one Sega Saturn, one Nintendo 64, Ultima Online's the only Windows game, the rest are all for PlayStation.
Yeah.
Mostly Final Fantasy VII, of course, but
I think that tells you a fair bit about the Japanese gaming market that year as well.
yeah.
That's amazing. And the coolest part, the thing that I think is so neat, and it has nothing to do with anything, but my wife and I were honored to be invited to go take a tour of Origin Systems in the year 2000.
Joe, check the links. You're going to want to see this.
Yes, sir. There is a picture of me. Now, that's in Japanese on mine.
Oh, well, here, I'll share my screen again. It's a report from the awards ceremony.
Oh, cool.
Oh, how cool is this?
It's let me make it full screen here. But yeah, they have a little
About the Academy Awards. Also, the reason for Ultima Online getting its award is that. Wow, that's a very poor translation.
about the Academy
has
Committee
been
Award for
criticised
a reason.
It has been criticised by public opinion when the game currently does not support his cooperation with others. I think it's because I think this actually means that unlike many other games, Ultima Online allows you to cooperate. But that's just a wild guess based on this terrible translation of Japanese into English.
That's so cool.
We need a Japanese speaker.
I would bet that it basically won for being the quote-unquote first MMORPG, essentially. Huh, interesting.
That's amazing.
I'm kind of blown away that Google translated one word to chagrin. Seems like very specific.
Huh. Very interesting.
That's so cool. That's incredibly cool. Thank you, guys. That was awesome.